what's going on, everybody? I know I haven't been making videos as regularly lately, but I've been pretty busy. And like I said, sometimes things kind of die down, topics and stuff like that are, yeah, sometimes I just not really inspired for topics. But anyway, I'm gonna kind of review a non-geeky TV show this video. And that's okay, because like I said, we need some variety on the show, and I mean on the channel. And so TNT has a new show, a new series called The Alienist that started this week. Probably familiar with it, especially if you're on Twitter and stuff. It was trending, and it was being promoted a lot through trailers and ads and everything. And so that started this week, the first episode. And yeah, I'm not going to go really into too much detail, like spoiler territory, because since it's only the first episode and some people maybe have not seen it yet or don't know if they want to watch it yet and then they end up watching it, I don't really want to give stuff away, so I'm just going to kind of talk about it in a general sense. I was looking forward to the show before it came out, just because it has, it's a type of show that I thought I'd be interested in because it has, you know, crime and mystery, and it's a period piece type of show, so all of those things I like. And the cast as well, very high caliber cast. Luke Evans, Daniel Brühl, not sure how to say his last name, but you'll recognize him. Avery, Dakota Fanning, lots of other familiar faces as you watch the episode as well. And then even just in the trailers and the little ad clips and stuff, seeing the costumes, the the set design, it looked like it was going to be a very high quality show. And it is. It's really like cinema quality stuff. I'm not even kidding. Even Luke Evans tweeted about it. He tweeted a picture like before the show came out. He tweeted a picture on the set and said that the sets were amazing. And, you know, he's like a Broadway actor, theater actor. He's been in lots of movies and stuff, so it's always good when an actor has something like that to say, because, you know, they're the ones that are there on the set. And you can tell, like I said, you can tell in the movie. I mean, in the show. See? It's like a movie. But, so yes, like I said, I was looking forward to the show. And, just to give some context for the name of the show, Daniel Brühl is the main character. He plays the alienist. They give this little tidbit to you, this little context at the beginning of the episode, but in case you haven't seen it and you're not planning on watching it, it is set in like 19th century. So, of course, most of us are aware of the fact that in those times, people with mental illnesses were frowned upon, basically, and not viewed as just a person of society. They were alienated from their family, from society, most of the time put into institutions. And of course, those places were not typically, they didn't help them. They usually made them worse because of the way they were treated in those places. And so these doctors and people who studied them and who worked with these people with mental illnesses were called alienists. And so that's why Daniel Brühl, who plays a doctor, psychologist, psychiatrist, he's called an alienist, and that's the name of the show. So, interesting, because I was wondering why the show was called that before it came out, and I'm glad that they put that little tidbit in the beginning, because I was, you know, you learn something new every day. I didn't know that they were called that back then. And, so, he works in this mental institution, I guess you could call it an institution, for people who have been said to have mental illnesses. And of course, back then, there was a lot of things considered mental illnesses that are not now. So anyway, and then Luke Evans' character, he plays well, they'd be considered a photographer now, but back then he was an illustrator or an artist for a newspaper. And they're kind of like a team duo, like a duo team in this show, seems like it's going to be. And they are going to be working together to solve a murder case. And Dakota Fanning comes into the picture, and no, it's okay, she's fine, she's okay. And she's kind of like this strong woman character who she's like, well, of course, females back then were viewed extremely differently and thought of to be, you know, lower than men. And so she's like she works in the police department, and she's like the first woman to have a police department job in that area or that family, whatever. And so she doesn't take no crap, I'm gonna say. She doesn't take nothing from anybody, especially from the men that she works with. And so I like her character so far, that she's like that tough, strong woman, female character, and I like that. But there is something a little, I don't know if there's something to her that we're probably going to find out throughout the show. I don't know, something that they're going to reveal about her. Just a feeling, just a thought. But as you can see, very high caliber cast. And so I think she's going to be part of their team as well, looks like, moving forward, to solve this murder case. And it's pretty it has some graphic moments and some graphic imagery if you haven't watched it yet and you're planning on watching it, so just a heads up for that. Not the whole show, but a couple times there's some graphic imagery. And yeah, it was a very interesting first episode. Seems like it's gonna be an interesting whole season, very different from a lot of other shows on TV. And when you have these shows that are set in different time periods, like the whole show, and you have to appreciate the time and research and thought that goes into these, because to shows like this, especially when they're this quality, because every little detail matters. I mean, their clothes, their hairstyles, their makeup, their, you know, the buildings, the rooms, the stuff in the rooms. I mean, everything is, because it has to look believable. And they have definitely accomplished that so far with this show. And the same goes for movies that are period pieces. You know, you want it to be believable. You want it to look authentic. And, like, it's actually taking place in that time period. And the cars and, you know, everything. So, I definitely think that they have done a good job with that so far. Even just seeing one episode, you can tell, obviously, the rest of the show's gonna look like this. And so pairing that with a interesting story and this quality of this cast that you usually see all these people in movies, you know, I think it's gonna, I have high expectations, and I think that they will be fulfilled throughout the show. So I don't think I will make a review for every episode, but since it's a new series that just kicked off and I was looking forward to it, I just wanted to go ahead and make a quick review about it, the first episode. And if you haven't watched it yet and you're not thinking that you might like it, I recommend watching it. It's just the first episode, so you usually get a pretty good idea from if you're gonna like a show from the first episode. I mean, they have to either hook you or not with the first episode, right? So I recommend it, especially if you like shows that are about crime and mystery and solving cases and, you know, things of that nature. Then I think you would like it. And or, you know, shows that are set in different time periods. Hey, heads up. Just something to share with you guys. I am teaming up with Geek Vibes Nation. You might be familiar with them. Podcast, YouTube channel, website, Twitter. And I will be contributing weekly to their YouTube channel to have a little show. I'm thinking it's going to be called Nerd News now. And unless I change my mind before then for the first episode. But as of now, that's what I think I'm going to be calling it. It'll be kind of similar to what I do on here. Talking about, you know, geek news topics and things going on like that. So, it'll just be every week, and I'll probably start next week. And so just to be a heads up for that, if you want to check out their YouTube channel and find them on Twitter and stuff like that. So yeah, I will let you guys know when the first video for that is up on their channel, and you can check them out and subscribe to them. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. Check out the links in the description, and we will see you guys next time.